began teaching, and I'll let you date it, I won't. Did you imagine where loving kindness, where meditation, where mindfulness would be here in the United States and this moment that we're in? Was it even in the depths of your imagination that we would be here today? And if it wasn't, why do you think that is?
I began teaching in 1974. I was 21 years old. I don't think any of us had both. We were all kind of young, and we didn't have that sense of vision, and it would have been not the vision anyway, because so few people were interested in meditation at all, let alone something like loving kindness. But I think a lot of it is John Kabat-Zinn. I really think of him as one of the translators of old, who would take the teachings into some foreign land and express it in the idiom of the land. And he did exactly that. And the science, the research, the relanguaging, certainly in terms of mindfulness. My first book was called Loving Kindness. It came out 25 years ago. They reissued it just now for its anniversary. So even in those 25 years, that particular form or methodology has just gotten really an explosion of interest. And there's a lot more research being done with that. And it's kind of moving in a way that it didn't used to, in terms of people undertaking it. And partly it's our world, it's like, I wrote a book after Loving Kindness called A Heart as Wide as the World, which originally had another title, and I asked for it to be A Heart as Wide as the World. So then I had to redesign the cover, which they had some other title in mind. And one of the photos, this was a long time ago, they sent me by mail of a possible cover was like this Van Gogh print with big yellow sky with a few crumbled huts in the bottom, and it looked like a world of total desolation. And so I showed it to a friend, and she said, "This looks like a world that could use some love." And it didn't become the cover, but that phrase has stayed with me for decades. Yeah. This looks like a world that could use some love, and it really does.
Yeah. In a conversation that I recently had with Diego Perez, and I asked him why he's hopeful. And essentially he said, Sharon, there are more modalities right now than there have ever been in human experience for people to learn how to be with their mind, and to deal with their thoughts and their emotions and their passions and their delusions. And when I think about your work since 1974 and contributing to all of these tools that people have, it makes total sense that real change now is a way to say, okay, now how do we as a collective body do the things that we need to do to make the world that we're living in a little bit better? And it's really, really powerful.